In 2022, Kanye West lost over $1 billion. Not from a bad investment, not from a lawsuit, from his own mouth. In a single week, he lost Adidas, lost Gap, lost his talent agency, lost his billionaire status. But before all that, Kanye West might have been the greatest artist of his generation. This is how it all happened. Kanye grew up in Chicago. His mom, Donda, was a college professor. She raised him to believe he was destined for something big. By his early 20s, he was producing beats, good enough that Rockefeller Records noticed him. But they didn't sign him as a rapper, just a producer. Nobody thought Kanye could rap. He wore polos and backpacks when everyone else was in street gear. Labels kept passing. Jay-Z's own team said he wasn't ready, so Kanye made the album anyway. And when College Dropout dropped in 2004, it sold 441,000 copies in the first week. The kid nobody wanted just went gold. What happened next is one of the most insane runs in music history. College Dropout 2004, 10 Grammy nominations. Late Registration 2005, 8 Grammy wins in one night. Graduation 2007, he went head-to-head with 50 Cent in a sales battle. Kanye won. 808s and Heartbreak 2008, his mom had just died. He made an entire album about grief and auto-tune. People said it was too weird. It influenced the next decade of rap. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy 2010, Rolling Stone called it a perfect album. 5 albums, 5 completely different sounds. No other artist in that era was doing that, and it wasn't just music. He was changing fashion, changing culture, collaborating with Louis Vuitton, talking about architecture, and people were listening. By 2013, Kanye wasn't just an artist, he was a brand. He launched Yeezy with Adidas, the first drop, and people were camping outside stores overnight. At its peak, Yeezy was generating over $1.5 billion a year. He had a Gap deal worth hundreds of millions, a real estate portfolio, a production company. He married Kim Kardashian, probably the most famous woman on the internet. Together they were untouchable. If you looked up powerful couple in 2018, it was them. But behind the scene, things were already breaking. Kanye had been open about his bipolar disorder for years, but around 2018 the public moments started getting harder to ignore. He went on TMZ and said something that shocked everyone. He went to the White House wearing a MAGA hat. He made statements that split his fan base in half. Some people said that's just Kanye, others started walking away. Then 2022 happened. He showed up to Paris Fashion Week wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. The backlash was immediate. Then he went on social media and made a series of anti-Semitic comments, and that was it. Adidas cut him, Gap cut him, his agency dropped him, his manager left. Forbes estimated he lost over $1 billion in net worth in a single week. The most powerful run in music ended, not with a bad album, not with a lawsuit, but with a series of statements nobody could defend. After all of it, Kanye didn't disappear. He married Bianca Censori, dropped Vultures, started working on new music, but the deals were gone. The cultural goodwill was gone, and a lot of the fans were gone. Some people think he'll have another comeback. Others think the story is over, but here's what nobody can take away. For about a decade, Kanye West was the most important person in music. 5 classic albums, a fashion empire, billionaire status, and he built all of it after every label told him no. The question now is simple. Is the best of Kanye West still ahead of him, or is this how the story ends? Kanye is still active in the music industry and is still selling out concerts, but will he ever be the same? Your answer in the comments. If you're new here, this is Lore of Media. We break down the stories behind the biggest names in music and culture. Subscribe if you want the next one.